whole thing was, and I did my hip before my rookie year, and it honestly wasn't too bad. It took 4 or 6 weeks, and I was back on the bike. But this time around, I ended up hitting my sciatic nerve really bad and really contused it. And I guess, that's what caused me a lot of the problems. And I got a little bit of like what Josh Hill had when he had his big injury. So
wow.
I'm kind of dealing with that right now, but I've got it on the other foot, so it's on the brake side. So we've kind of figuring some things out here and there. But yeah, with the injury side of things, it was weird. It felt like, kind of like how the hip was the first time. Like, I didn't have much feeling in my foot. Like the nerve kind of just turned off. I guess you hit it that hard, it kind of protects itself and goes to sleep for a couple weeks. And I was already starting to train and like trying to get, stay in shape as much as I could, because I thought I honestly was going to be back before outdoors, at least maybe even the end of Supercross is what I was thinking in the beginning. That nerve turned back on like after that 2 weeks and started like flaring up a little bit. And it was just like, it was pain just worse and worse every single day until it put me back in the hospital because the pain was just I couldn't do anything. I had to go back. But we just didn't have great management at that hospital until some doctor, and this is really crazy, but I sat there the night before, and I haven't been a huge religious person, but I prayed to God that night that someone comes and helps me and takes this pain away. And literally the next morning, that doctor walked through the door. So I don't know. I'm definitely a heavy believer now after that. So.
Because did he have different ideas or treatment?
Yes, he just had a different plan. He's like, I think he came in, I remember everything perfectly. He came in, he's like, I think your pain management program's horrible. They don't have great management here. I'm more of a specialized guy when it comes to pain management. I think I can manage you way better.
Wow.
So tomorrow, or starting today, I'm going to put you on a different program. And then since then, it was like, I was dialed. I could actually, then do the process of getting out of the hospital. So,
wow. But still,
that was crazy.
It was that is wild. That is still a gradual process. It still wasn't overnight. You were just getting better.
It wasn't just overnight. It still took like another week of being there. And then, I was on gnarly painkillers for 3 months after that, until I kind of felt like I wasn't taking it for the pain anymore. I was just taking it because that's what I was doing every day. And then I got to the point where I was just overtaking all that shit, and I just stopped everything at once, which was another hill to get over, because that stuff, it messes your body up internally and just mentally even was so hard to get over all that. So
oh my God,
that was a whole nother battle within itself. Just couldn't sleep. We'd have insomnia, or it was brutal. There was a couple days there I didn't even sleep and just was trying to get over. It just felt like a bad sickness, and it just wouldn't stop for a couple weeks. But then I got over that hill, and then that's when I started building after that. Then I was doing a lot of PT I did PT for about 6-7 months after that.
Dude, we all know way outside of sports and racing how bad pain pill addiction can be. So you really lived it. Like, you saw how difficult it is to get off this.
Yeah, I've seen every bit of it and had to go through all of it. And but luckily I felt like, I've always been a little bit on the mental tougher side. So I knew, like, dude, I can do it if I just stop. Because some people wean off, but I tried to do that and it just wasn't working. And I'm like, I can't just wean off. I just got to stop. And that was it. I just toughed it out, really. Just never. I mean, there's days where, like, that addiction kicks in and it just wants, like, your body's just starving for it, you know? You just have to deny yourself of ever taking it. I just had my dad take it somewhere. I don't know where it was at.
Didn't you even tell us a story? Your sister did horses, right? Was that what the deal?
Yeah. So that happened my rookie year, actually.
Yes.
So, dude, that struggled me too for the rookie years. My sister had a traumatic brain injury.
Yes.
So, and my dad was like, he was freaking out at the time, and I was mid-off-season. It was probably middle of November or even the beginning of November.
Going into the rookie year?
Yeah, going into my rookie year.
Like the most important time.
Have no time on a 250.
Yeah.
The person who I've trained my whole life with and coached me through absolutely almost my entire life had to leave because he had to go be with my sister because she was basically in a vegetative state. She couldn't move anything. All she could do is have her eyes open.
Oh.
And I was alone with my mechanic that I had at the time.
Yep.
He was staying with me at my house, so it was just me and him. And I was pretty much doing all my own training and all my own riding. on my own, which I had zero experience in the pro side because I hadn't even gone pro yet.
So what is the situation with your sister? I didn't realize it was that bad.
It
how
was
did this turn
bad
out?
for a little bit. She still has, she still struggles a little bit with memory and some stuff, but she's gotten so much better compared to where she came from. And she still works with horses now. So she goes to the horse ranch. She works at a horse feed place where, you go get your hay or, saddles, all that stuff. So she works at a horse supply and at a ranch. So she works her butt off. And I don't know how she does it, but she honestly works harder than anyone I've ever seen in my life. So
wow.
She's a trooper. She's motivated and she's mentally strong. She's going to college, so she's also doing college plus 2 jobs and has to drive an hour commute every day there and back. So I don't know how she does all that, but she's gnarly. She's kicking it.
That's got to be an inspiration for you to see what she's gone through.
Yeah, she is a lot of my motivation, and she still wants to get back into doing the dressage and the horse stuff. So she needs a good horse. So I need to get my butt into gear and get enough money to be able to get her a good horse so she can do her dream and her job and what she wants to do.